Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Movesets video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about the Rock-type variant of Silvally. So let's get started by jumping right into the first moveset that I have for you in this video. So to start things off with this first moveset, we're going to begin by giving this Silvally a Jolly Nature to increase its speed, but lower its special attack, and then run an EV spread of 252 physical attack EVs, 4 special defense EVs, and 252 speed EVs to give it its maximum physical attack and speed stat. As to the item for this set and all the ones in this video, we're going to be making use of the Rock memory to turn this Pokemon into a Rock-type Pokemon, and also change the typing of its signature move, Multi-Attack, into a 90 base power physical Rock-type move to be the first move on this moveset. For additional coverage though, we're going to run Fire Fang as your second move to give this Pokemon a reliable way to hit the Steel types that are going to be resisting this Pokemon's multi-attack, and then we're also going to run Ice Fang for a similar reason, mainly allowing this Pokemon to hit the Ground-type Pokemon that are going to be resisting your multi-attack, and to just give you some really great coverage between multi-attack, Fire Fang, and Ice Fang. However, there is an additional option you could run here in your third move slot, being Swords Dance to give this Pokemon a way to boost its physical attack by 2 stages, and thus make it even more threatening of an attacker. For the last move though, we can either go with U-Turn or Parting Shot as a way to give this Pokemon a way to switch in and out of battle and possibly gain some switch initiative to give you the ability to switch into an appropriate counter to whatever your opponent brings into battle to deal with this Silvally. But we can also run U-Turn as a way to deal some decent bug-type damage when we switch out, or Parting Shot to kind of support our team in that it will be lowering our opponent's physical and special attack by 1 stage when you switch out with this move. However, if we just want to go with 3 physical attacks, we can go with Swords Dance here to boost your physical attack by 2 stages and make you even more threatening, or run Flame Charge as a way to allow this Pokemon to boost its speed by 1 stage and thus make it a more quick attacker that is capable of damaging its opponents before they have a chance to hurt it. As for this next moveset, we're going to be running a mixed offensive Silvally. So we're going to start this one off by giving it a Naive Nature to boost its speed but lower its special defense, and then run an EV spread of 96 physical attack EVs, 160 special attack EVs, and 252 speed EVs to give it some well-rounded mixed attacking stats, as well as its maximum speed stat. As to the moves though, again the first one that we're going to go with is going to be Multi-Attack to be your main stab Rock-type move, and then this time for fire coverage, we're going to be going with Flamethrower to give this Pokemon a special type move to hit Steel types super effectively with, which is really great because most Steel types usually end up being more physically defensive than specially defensive, so this can give you a little bit of an easier time to break through those Steel type walls than maybe the previous set, which was using a physical fire move. As for our next coverage option though, we're going to include Ice Beam, again similarly to the first set which we used Ice Fang for, to give this Pokemon a way to hit the ground types super effectively that are going to be resisting your multi-attack. We can also run Work Up in this move slot to give this Pokemon a way to boost both its physical attack and its special attack, and make this Pokemon even more threatening with both of its physical and special attacking moves. However, again, for the last move slot, U-Turn and Parting Shot are options here to give this Pokemon some switch initiative, whereas we can also run Work Up in this last move slot with 3 attacks being Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Multi-Attack if you want to run this as a fully offensive set, because Work Up will be boosting both your physical and special attack as mentioned before. Or we can go the speed route again by giving this Pokemon Flame Charge to boost its speed and make it more threatening on the battlefield by having the ability to damage its opponents before they can hurt you with both of its physical and special attacking moves for this particular set. As to this last move set, we're going to be running a more defensive Silvally that works as an extremely effective pivot when used with a Sandstorm team due to the fact that because this Pokemon is now a Rock type, under the effects of a Sandstorm, its special defense will be boosted to incredibly high levels due to its naturally high base 95 special defense stat. So for this moveset, we're going to start off by giving it an Impish Nature to boost its physical attack but lower its special attack, and then run an EV spread of 252 HP EVs, 252 physical defense EVs, and 4 speed EVs to give it its maximum physical bulk possible, and then the special bulk will then be complemented by the Sandstorm that you would potentially have up on the battlefield. As to the moves though, the first thing that we're going to go with is going to be some kind of status in the form of either Thunder Wave or Toxic. Thunder Wave giving you an option to paralyze your opponents, thus crippling their speed and also making it so that they occasionally will not attack, whereas Toxic is a way to poison your opponent and slowly wear down their HP in increasing amounts at the end of every turn the longer they stay in until they eventually faint. As for the other moves on this set though, we're either going to include Multi-Attack or Rock Slide to be your main stab Rock type move. Multi-Attack being the stronger option, but Rock Slide being useful in itself because of its 30% chance to flinch your opponent, which when used in combination with Thunder Wave can make it very difficult for your opponent to attack, or when used in combination with Toxic can make it so that you could possibly get a free turn of Toxic damage if you do land a flinch on your opponent. But for your second attack on the set, we're either going to run Ice Beam or Flamethrower for some additional coverage, which may seem weird at first because we're running an Impish Nature that's lowering your special attack, but more often than not, the things that would be brought in onto a Rock-type Silvally are more weak to special attacks than they are to physical ones, so you're actually going to get more mileage out of Ice Beam and Flamethrower than you would of Ice Fang and Fire Fang due to this. But for the last move on the set, again we're going to include U-Turn and Parting Shot to give this Pokemon a way to switch out of the battle and bring in an appropriate counter to your opponent, or do a little bit of damage in the process, or with Parting Shot, lowering your opponent's physical attack and special attack by 1 stage. But anyways, everybody, that is it for this variant of Silvally, and I find it very interesting to use this particular variant under the effects of a Sandstorm due to the special defense boost that provides. But as always, if you're taking a look at this end screen right now, you know that if you click on any of the annotated links above the types listed here, you will be sent to a video that corresponds to some movesets of that particular variant of Silvally. But until then, everybody, as always, take care, goodbye, and I will see you all next time.